Okay. I think I got one viewer sitting out there already, and I'm just going to start a little bit early and collect the things that I need to go on this little bit of a treasure hunt. It's all good. Okay, we're going to need more shulker boxes, I think. 5 shulker boxes should be lots. Don't need the leads, we'll ditch those. Gonna need more rackets. Okay. Top up the food. Not gonna need the scaffolding. Nope. And of course we need a whole bunch of maps. Treasure map, 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 treasure map. We don't need those ones. Oh, we might as well use the elevator. That's why we built the darn thing. Okay. I think that about does it. So I do believe all the treasure maps are out in this direction. But it could go 10,000 blocks out. Because I did do stuff all the way out here in the past to build the adventure for the other players to go on. Started here, went all the way up there, and found some treasure maps along the way. So, yeah. And the number one thing we're going to get out of all this is the hearts of the sea, which you turn into conduits, which you can turn into underwater generators. Okay. Got our travel bed with us. first buried treasure. Oh! And we're gonna switch out hats. For this one, we're gonna put the netherite helmet away, and we're going to use our turtle shell helmet for the extra water breathing. Just to make life that much easier. Just have a spare set of gear in there. And for today, paling on breaking, loyalty mending, channeling. Yeah, we'll take the trident today instead of the looting sword. Or do we want the looting sword in case we come across squids? No, we're not gonna squid bash today. I'm not sure if I already recovered those treasures, but we'll find out as we go. That's close by. We'll just go there first because you can see the size of that circle saying that, hey, might have already done this one. Those three may have already been done. And even if they have, I want to finish off the maps that they belong to. So, down right is, I think, that direction. Make life a little easier, and we'll put it where the shield belongs. What's this one? Oh, there's a trial chamber down there. Should we mark this on the map? I'm gonna write down 743 898 trial chamber question mark. Let's investigate now. Okay, this here is a geode, which is pretty cool as well. So we'll write that down. Geode. Height 8. Got a little bit of lag happening because we're streaming. I did not bring any torches, so maybe we won't investigate this right now. But I could have sworn there was a trial chamber close by. Worry about it some other time. Okay, continuing on the map hunt. See our little map icons finally moving. It looks like a structure over there. Might be a nether portal. Check it out. That goes that way. I'm going the wrong way, but close to a structure, so structure. At least I thought it was a structure. It might have been a mushroom. Yeah, this mushroom here I think tricked me. Let's do this so that doesn't happen to me again. Yep, tricked by mushroom partial spawning in stuff. Okay, farther I go on the map this way goes that way, so then 90-degree turn is that away. Gotta go this way. Okay, there. The map's coming in. And we'll see if I've already dug this one up. Which, judging by the hole in the ground, might be the case. Yeah, that's looking like I dug up the treasure here. And that's okay. So I will finish off this map and then put the map away in the box. Yeah, so village here. Okay, don't need those. And this map is completed. Work on the next map in a moment. So yeah, these two maps are probably completed already, but it's a good time to clear this up and know for sure. Okay, they're both to the north right. Okay, if home is that way. So in one of the new map updates, they're going to give you a little arrow even when you're off the map to know which way you're going, so that you can at least get closer to your objectives. This is nicely going to beat up the wings. I'm going to have to beat some animals or something along the way to get the XP back up. Okay, you can see the map on the right. We're going to work on this one first. Hey, Mr. Ron Wayne Official. Nice to see you, sir. So today I've got a bunch of treasure maps in my inventory that I've accumulated over time, and just gonna go dig them all up. So yeah, I've got some treasure maps that I need to essentially cash in. How you doing today, Mr. Ron? So the one I'm going to, you can see the map's already half revealed. I think I've already dug this one up, but I've got to confirm, and when I'm in the area I will unveil the entire map. And flying is so fast that chunk loading becomes an issue. We're in the water. Yep, come on water, load in. Yeah, things are pretty good. If I can waste my time playing Minecraft, then life's alright. So I'm on ground. Now I'm back in the water. And the chunks are loading. Come on. Come on, chunks, you're making for a crappy stream. Oh, structure along the way that we might as well loot. Okay, so it used to have a gold block on the top, which means this has already been looted. But I do want the crying obsidian, and you can't get crying obsidian anywhere except for in structures that already exist in the world. Can't build it. So Ron, do you know what a turtle shell helmet is? So that is a turtle shell helmet. And what it does is when you enter the water, you can see those bubbles on the right, it gives you a little bit of a buff. That as soon as you touch air, it gives you like 8 seconds of water breathing. And it'll recharge. It makes swimming so much easier. That's what I forgot to bring. See structures like this? I forgot to bring a excavation brush. Do you know how to make them? Because look, here's a baby turtle. If you feed the baby turtle a whole bunch of seagrass, when it grows up into a full-size turtle, he drops a scoot. And what a scoot is basically his old shell that he's gotten too big for. And then you take a whole bunch of scoots, you stick them together, and it makes you a turtle shell helmet. One shot. Ugh. One shot. Yeah. You want one shot? You can have one shot. I gotta kill stuff along the way just to repair my elytra. What do you want? What do you want? Now, in these structures, a lot of them have a treasure chest buried. Okay, where are you, folks? I'm looking for the trident guys. Trident guys are always bonus treasure that you can't grab it. Not everybody drops them though. You didn't drop one. So, at the structures, the underwater ruins and such, there'll be a treasure chest somewhere in there. And the treasure chest can also often have another map in it. Like, it's down here. See? Treasure chest. In the treasure chest, random junk. I just use an axe and instead of messing around, I just take it all. That's one chest. There could be other chests out there, like in this complex. We'll have a very quick look. And the totally enchanted turtle shell helmet buys me extra time to look around down here. You can see I still have more than half my air left. Let's do this. Just put this stuff away. Oh, we can collect more of those. Oh, no, I'm out of air. Spent too much time down there. Where's the door? Oh, let's make a door. So now, if I could be bothered, and I dug out this area around here, there's a treasure chest hiding somewhere that's got a map in it. And I can't be bothered to do that right now, because I got a bunch of treasure chests already, treasure maps already. And that would essentially be a waste of my time. But let's just carry on. Okay, we're getting close here. You can see that we're actually on the map. It says the treasure chest is in the water, but I might have already got this one. But it's, I don't know. I don't know if I did or not. Should be in this area. I'm gonna guess that I didn't, but I just don't know. And because I don't know, I'm gonna have to dig out an area just to be sure. But watch, a little glimpse of air. And that will just fill right back up. Okay. So let's try. This looks pretty centered. Hey, look at that. That's the heart of the sea. Oh, their armor is really junk. And we'll throw it away in just a minute. Okay. So now that we got the treasure, we're just going to finish off the map and explore all the unexplored areas of it. Which is pretty quick. And then we move on to the next map. Okay, so now we can put this map away. Keep the cooked fish out, we'll eat that before we eat our other foods. That's, the kelp is junk. Because I have so much kelp. The rotten flesh will let it stack up. And I give that to villagers for trades to level them up. Yeah, you know, just an accent color makes the gold pop just that little bit more. Nice. And I'm glad you got the castle done. Do you know how to take a screenshot? Oh, how about I pull out another map so I know what direction I'm going? Okay, that's interesting too. I think, see those spikes in the air? I think that's a sulfur thing. I'll just double check it. I'd love to see a screenshot of your castle if you put it on your site, even though your site is all about freedom sticks. Go America. This is interesting. All these spikes in the air. Okay, dripstone caves. Yeah, dripstone surface. I've never seen that before. What a horrible place to try and land. The unfriendly dragon fields. Now that'd be super cool if you needed those resources, which I don't. Okay, so we are, okay, you see we're already too far north. We have to go this way. You playing while you watch this? Or are you just watching? Nice. If you ever have any questions that I can help you out with, fire away. I love helping people out. Hello, Gaming Tool Tutorials. What's for? Gaming Tutorials. What's the portion of the name? I'm guessing MC would be Minecraft, but I don't know. Massive multiplayer gaming tools, maybe? It's a few seconds always in the delay in the response, so I'm curious to see what is it. Okay, is this better? I think I was just sitting too far away from my microphone. Mads Mickey. Okay, it is. I'm guessing the sound's better now because I actually have the microphone next to my mouth instead of on the other side of the desk. Whoop. Getting the big dot gotten closer. Yeah, I kind of cheat on my edited videos and I just turn up the volume and turn down the background music until I get a comfortable blend. Bum, 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 bum. Getting closer to the area. Da, 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 da. The dot on the map's getting bigger. It's also getting darker nighttime-ish. So, funny story. The first treasure chest I ever found was not from a treasure map. It was from a creeper that blew up in my vicinity when I was on a beach, and it blew up a whole bunch of sand. No, our friend did not find his Enderman yet, but he does know to record and check out what the heck's going on at his base. I'm guessing the guy's busy with school, so I don't blame him for taking more time. And I told him if you needed help to get rid of the Enderman to let me know, because that is a lot of obsidian, which is super annoying. Which is why it was done. Anyway. That had nothing to do with artistic talent. It was just about being annoying. That was a lot of obsidian. Okay, so we'll fly around, we'll finish off the map, and then we'll land in the area where the X is. And I suspect I may have dug this one up already. But that's fine. Then we put it in the box and we keep on going. Now, if I wanted to, I could just stick the map in the shield component. It would stick out, and then I could have like the rockets ready to go. I do play a lot. A lot of weeks I'm usually on this thing probably 6 to 8 hours a day. But hey, it's better than smoking crack, right? Okay, this is the area of the red X. Ooh, it's looking like I didn't dig this one up either. Nope, it looks like I did dig this one up. Yeah, this says I dug it up. Okay, but now we can put this box away. Oops. It's easier if I take it out of the inventory. Another map done. Another one done. Another one done. So those 3 maps are done. I'm pretty sure that was all I had. Okay, so now I'm just going to quickly look at how big the little white dots are. Because if the dot is big, it tells me that I'm close to it. And if it's a tiny dot, it says it's far away. So, oh, okay, you see this one is just a little bit in on the one side. That's a possibility. We might go to this one next. Okay, and that was dot bottom right. This one's dot bottom right, but it's farther away. This one's dot bottom right, it's also far away. That one's dot bottom left. Dot bottom right, not far away. Dot bottom right, big dot bottom right, very close. That's probably where we're going next. Dot bottom right far away. And dot top right far away. So that'll be our next one. Guess we should pick up our shulker box. Our shulker box of random treasures. And then, okay. See, my problem is I don't know what direction I'm facing right now. But I'm looking at the counter, that means I'm going farther that way. And less far that way. Okay, that... less and less. Home is 0, 0, so that was home. And this is north. And so I want to go northwest. This way. Aha. Without coordinates being turned on, there are a few blocks which have little gimmicks to them. Like a sunflower always faces to the east. So if you carry a sunflower with you, whenever you put it down, the flower will also always face east towards the rising sun. And then similarly, a prismarine brick has a pattern on it, and the pattern always faces a certain direction based off of north, south, east, west. So those are two blocks that I know of off the top of my head that if you use them, you can find your way. But I just have coordinates turned on. Okay, we are in the vicinity of the treasures. Yep. Seems like useless knowledge until you go, what freaking direction am I facing? And then you go, oh look, a sunflower. Something else I've done in other worlds that I may do in this world. Hell, if I might do it tonight. I find a big open space of land, and then I build a giant compass so that when I pull out a map, I know what direction the compass is facing. And by compass, it's just, big arrows that say north, south, east, and west. And then when you put it down next to your other map, it clearly tells you which way. The only thing with that method is that you also have to carry an item frame with you so that you can put the map down and look at it. But hey, it works. So as you can see, I'm just revealing all the terrain on the map first. And then I get the treasure. Yeah, that's totally fine. But stick around and you'll see that I've got a lot done. This realms only began the 1st of January this year. But some of my builds are 10,000 blocks away from spawn, so I kind of have to know what direction I build. Yeah, yep. Another system that I used to use is I build a road system, right? And the road system will always be grid-based. So like I've got a road that runs on the 0, 0 axis in each direction. And I know if I'm running along or lost, just find the road, man. Find the road and I can get my way home. And then I used to put road, like every 5,000 that the road travels, I'll put down road signs. Lets you know like what's which direction, where you're at. Okay. So let's see. A little bit that way, a little bit this way. Looking at the map, roughly here. Ah, yes, yes. I tried Java, but because I'm into the multiplayer a lot more, Java turns into modcraft way too quickly. And some of the mods that some of the guys are using, it's like, why are you even playing anymore? Hey, hey! Winner, winner, chicken dinner. So, rather than go through and collect all that crap, I'm just gonna put down a couple of chests and use handy battle axe. I caved, dug past to other areas so I wouldn't get lost in my first. Yep, little tricks. Little tricks. This treasure map is done. Oh, don't move the maps. The maps are in a position for a reason. Okay. Oh, that was a tiny mistake. Forgot to put the chest in the chests. There we go. And in the other chest, I want to ditch that sword too. Okay. The next map. Let's get to daytime. Let's get to daytime before the creeper says hello. Here's another interesting one, just on the topic of maps. Did you guys know that you can right-click a compass onto a lodestone, and then wherever you are, that compass will be bound to that lodestone and point to the location of that lodestone. So if I've built some bases around that I sent the other players on a little bit of a mission to go to, and then I gave them compasses, and so they would look at the compass that's locked to whatever location, and you can name the compasses, and then that would take them to the lodestone locations. So essentially it's a beacon to take you somewhere. Okay, small dot. Don't know which one's going to come up first, so we'll keep both maps in our inventory. I do believe this way is north. Kind of staying close to the water because I'll still stop for shipwrecks, grab more maps along the way. Oh, we're going the wrong way. Yeah, we're going the wrong way. Okay, I need a piece of land. I gotta get my bearings. Okay, so counter goes down that way, counter goes down that way. So home is this direction, which makes that north. And the map says I want to go north west. This way. And my Elytra says, kill stuff and fix me. You know what? Let's land here and take out all the maps that say I have to go this direction. Like this guy says, just go straight north to find me. Oh, here's one of the bases that I built to send the other players on an adventure. Okay, that one might be close. These two might be close. Yeah, I need XP anyway, so might as well go over and bash these guys. See this pillager outpost? I don't know if you remember that I had a pillager camp at one of the early towns. And I know this is one of the ones that I built up because you'll see that it doesn't look like a regular one, and it's got these giant pillager heads to mark it. So this was my marker to let the players know that, hey, these are the pillager quest locations that I need you to go to. And then all I did was like built up a dock and gave them a bunch of supplies. You know, dressed it up a little. And the chests are just full of random junk that is appropriate for the pillagers to have. But at this location, and I believe this was called the outpost. No? So that's just a map of their immediate area here, nothing special. But on this level, right, how did they find this place? Because they're not just going to go out into the world and randomly try to find it. No. There is a lodestone right here. And then I gave them compasses. Right click on the lodestone and the compass brings them to this location. And then when they're at this location, they can read the books. And I do believe it could be like this one right here. Trade. All captives are to be sent to the Night Temple. See, it just continues on the storyline quest, right? And that sent them to the next location, and then the next location, then the next location. And ultimately they had a bunch of allays that they had to bring back to. They didn't even loot the place. See there, Temple of Night. So if I take that compass doesn't point north. That compass points to what I called the Temple of Night, which is another lodestone. So if I followed that compass, it would take me to the Temple of Night. which is just a handy way to keep your players moving. Bum, 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 bum. We'll keep this stuff. Let's put it away. This is not the safest location to be doing this, but that's okay. Because I need the repair experience points anyway for the Elytra. Okay. So, bearings again. Okay, I know that guy is facing south. Just because I built it once upon a time, that's why I know. So I'm currently going north, which is towards the top of the map. And you can see this map here, the little guy moving on left and right along the riverside. Okay. But north of here is where the next treasure will be. Oh, it's actually saying that way. This way is north. Whoops. Probably staying on the ground right now, just loading, 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 loading. Still loading. Hey, the dot's bigger. Getting close. That says we're getting farther away. The fudge. It must be all turned around. Time to sleep. Holy light, come on. There we go. The light just starting to get a little bit low. Might have to take a murder break and get a bunch of XP to fix it. Yeah, we'll just walk our way in and murder whatever we find along the way. If you give XP, you're gonna get murdered. Okay, the map's actually revealing now. I don't think there's anything at all that could be in a village that I need, so I'm not even gonna bother to take what's in their boxes. The only thing I'm really gaining from this whole excursion is Hearts of the Sea, because you can't build those things. Yeah, you know, me similar. So I built an experience point machine. And I don't think I've ever shown you my experience point machine because it is so good that it causes lag while I'm streaming. But I'll probably show it to you today when I go to fix my elytra. It's ridiculously good. It's my most useful farm. And it'll give you over 100 levels in 3 minutes. Badlands are my favorite biome because they're pretty. Okay, we flew over the X location, but that's okay. Maps in Java are a little bit nicer than in Bedrock. I think Java's only popular because people get their mods for free. And every Java player I know uses lots of mods. And I don't like that. It's not my thing. We use one mod, that's it. And that's just to add more piglins. Okay, this looks like the approximate area. More resources? Don't mind if I do. feeling like I missed though. Feels like it should be on the top of the gravel. I think it should be somewhere over the gravel, but I could be wrong. Maybe on the other side. There you go. Except I'm not terraforming, I'm looking for treasure. Find the treasure. Get to the treasure chest. Where is it? Okay. It is nice when you finish a project. So there I was building a base because I'm looking for a frickin' treasure chest. Might as well square off the hole. Okay. I don't know, I don't think it should be this deep. Then again, if we were on a hill, it would be, but... If I get to deep sleep, I'm stopping. Oh, what's this crap? I didn't bring torches with me. Oh, lush cave. Great place if you ever need clay. Oh, look, now we got some gravel. Right, no treasure chest down here. Okay. Minecraft turns you into such a hoarder. I don't know when I'm gonna need this stuff. Okay, let's... I think we might just abandon this treasure chest. Come back to it another time. So that we will put over there for the find it later. Okay, that one's interesting. So is this one. And our elytra's in the red zone. Elytra's in the red zone with a bit of a hole that we're leaving behind. But I don't see the treasure chest. We'll come back another time. Next. Okay. Bearings again. Okay. Home is that way. Okay, that is the south. Yeah, under Wayne Manor. I'm sure the bats are down there too. Okay, north, south, east, and west. So that is southwest. That is north. and we want to go northeast. Well, that's starting to move there. Ah! This is an exposed abandoned mine, which is interesting for bonus loot, but there's really nothing we need here. Okay, let's get back focused to what we were doing, because a mine shaft is a big distraction of its own that could take a long time. But I do like doing this. Ugh. And watch everything fall. Okay, let's get out of here and get back to what we were doing. I think it's this one we want. It's actually an opportunity. I think we're close to that Temple of Night I was talking about. And that gives me a super shortcut home, so I think we'll go there. Because when I go home I can fix the Elytra, then come back out at the Temple of Night again. It's got a nether portal and a nice road. Ooh, this is nice. It's got the... It's a warm ocean with all the colored coral. And that's when I realize I'm going the wrong way. Ah, sorry, I'm not going to worry about the night temple. I'm just getting distracted again. We're going to stay on course for the treasure. Okay, someone's got a spear chuck. Okay, that's the map we're closest with. Okay, if there's a big ship over here, then we're actually pretty close to the Temple of Night. And then, of course, there's the big ship, which I named the Ghost. And what I did with that ship was, again, it was a pillager outpost, but the same location of the pillager outpost, I tore down the outpost and built a ship so it would spawn the pillager mobs. And I think I see it. Which is good, it means we're close to a resupply location. Or am I wrong? Might have just been wishful thinking. No, that's not the location of the stuff I was just talking about. Okay, that's the come back to it later map. But we'll take the gold block, and I want the crying obsidian. We are in the area. Yeah, don't need any of it. Feels like it is close to here. There, no portal ever works at all. They all have to be fixed. Currently in Minecraft, there are no intact portals. Okay, success. Let's unload that stuff into a chest. That's the main one. The easiest way to make a portal is to pour lava into a area and then pour water on top of it, and that turns to obsidian. That's the easiest way. And like if you find a partial portal, then you've only got to fix a few of the blocks. Also note that you probably already know this, but you don't have to do the corners, so you can save 4 blocks that way. Okay, so let's just finish off mapping this area, and we'll move on to the next one. And while we're at it, let's one-shot kill these guys for the XP, just to fix the elytra a little bit. Nautilus shells are another one that are really good to collect when you're doing this, because every Heart of the Sea requires 8 Nautilus shells to become a conduit. And if you're collecting them on the way, it just saves you that much time. So then after we finish doing this map, we'll stick it away in a box. And conduits themselves are great, like super awesome tool if you want to do anything in the water. I think I showed you my main farm already, which is a recovered ocean monument, and a conduit made that whole thing easy to do. Without the conduit, it would have been a bigger pain in the bum. Okay, it's in the orange. Let's turbo do this. Ooh, there's potential. Half a shipwreck. I've been out here before, so I might have already looted it, but I can't remember all that, so let's go and check it out. Okay. Yeah. That's my door I made in here. There would have been a treasure chest there. I think this has been looted in the past. Yep. All good. But a heck of a wood resource if you come across one. And it's an interesting theme too. Like once your main base is done, go out to a shipwreck and just role play that. Oh, you're shipwrecked and you got to start a new base out here in the middle of nowhere, and all you've got is like the wood to repurpose on your beached island. I used to do that with my son, who at the time he was like 5 or 6 years old. He's like, oh, I'm bored. What do you want to do at the base? I'm like, well, let's build another base. We'd find a shipwreck like 5,000 blocks away and then go, okay, we are shipwrecked. Let's build a base here. Okay, I'm off the map again. Let's get focused. I'm distracted by shipwrecks and broken portals, and I don't need any of their stuff. Let's get back to why we're here, which is the Hearts of the Sea and the treasure chests. And we'll take some experience points and maybe some tridents along the way. Yeah, see that trident floating in there? Yeah, yeah. Okay. That way. That way, and that way is home. This way is north, and I want to go north. There we are on the map again. Okay, this map is complete. So we can put that map away. Which goes in this box. We'll have to sort things out anyway when we get back to base, but okay. Okay, that's got a fair sized tile. Let's do it this way, just small dot, small dot. This one's got a big dot. Small dot, small dot. So this one's big dot. And that is check you out later. Big dot. Okay, I want to go northeast. And the numbers decrease, that means this is north. East. And our elytra is orange instead of red. It takes a little bit of durability damage every time you hit a rocket. If you jump off a cliff and glide, it does no durability damage. But every time you hit a rocket, your elytra takes a durability hit. It's like if you stand on a cliff and jump off, no durability. Rocket, durability. Just a bit of lag. Oh, it's Coca-Cola or class. Yes, I have to sit next to my desk. Horrible for you, but I love it. I was a vegetarian for a little while, had no problem giving up meat. I've never had a problem with alcohol or smoking or drugs. But sugar, man, ooh, that's my vice. I've tried giving it up before and nope, I didn't last. I am a sugar addict along with probably 90% of the world's population. And don't forget that 80% of people will believe any statistic that you give them. So Ron, I was checking out your channel, and you're totally into freedom sticks, which is awesome. But the other thing that really caught my eye is you've got like 99,000 subscribers or something like that. Or I could have read it wrong, but you've got a lot of subscribers, which I think is great. I'm happy for your success. And as I'm just a budding 177 subscriber new guy, I'm just trying to think like mechanisms to succeed in growing your channel. And if you have any advice, I'm all ears. Okay, that's the map done. Let's go dig up some treasure. And we're almost red. Okay, this hole might be... No. Okay, that's not a treasure digging hole. That's just a regular spawned hole. Because the treasure's actually over here. Slightly to the right. Oh, well, that's very kind of you, sir. You're a very positive personality. There's Mexicans and Mexicants, and you, sir, are a Mexican. Oh, and there's a treasure chest. So if you break the sand block that is right above the treasure chest, because the treasure chest is actually just a partial block, you can see there's a gap on all the sides. All the sand that falls on it instantly breaks. Ooh, that's a heavy chest. Yes, I will stick that 7 metric tons of iron into my pocket. Okay, Main chest is that one. And in there, we're going to stick the map and, of course, the Heart of the Sea. You can tell why I brought all the shulker chests, eh? Because I just don't like to throw things away, and now I can just speed load it into something else. Clip highlights out of your videos, funny moments, discoveries, facts. Clip those into shorts and upload a couple a week. Thank you for the advice. My next episode this week is just a short about those whales that I built. Because I've actually been doing other things and not playing Minecraft. Weird! So my episode this week is just going to be a short. Okay, what the heck was I doing? Oh yes, I was trying to put a map into a box. Yeah, and I've been playing with that schedule. Like now I'm going to release episodes on Wednesdays. Because Thursdays and Fridays, it's plagued by the big established names already. And I find I get a higher view rate on Wednesdays. And I'm guessing that's because the big guys aren't around, so smaller channels are being checked out. Tuesday, Friday, Monday, and Thursday. Whatever works for you, yeah. And I think I'm going to stick with streaming on Mondays and releasing episodes on Wednesdays. And I try to advertise ahead of time what the stream is going to be about. And then stick to it. And whatever else is bonus is bonus. Okay, next map. Down to 4 maps, nice. Okay, top right, bottom left, top right, top right. Let's do the bottom left one. All right. Cool. Cool. I do notice that shorts get way more views, and that could be the fishing hook, so to speak. Okay, so okay, counter goes down this way and that way, so home is this way. That is north. And I want to go northeast. Well, I will apply what you have shared. Thank you. And at the end of the day, hey, I'm glad that you have chosen to share time with me. Thanks. There's more of those spikes on the ground. Okay, we've gone far enough north. We gotta go further east. And the elytra's getting pretty beat up, so might have to go on a murder spree just to fix it. I'm also trying to collaborate with other Minecraft YouTubers to to build worlds and realms and projects. And hoping that our traffic can help each other out. Uh-oh. Dun, 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 dun. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Because the dream would ultimately be, hey, what do you do for a living? I play video games for a living. Really? Yep. Yeah, I only really started this because the wife said, look, you're doing this anyway, you might as well put it up on YouTube. And I'm like, okay. But I have noticed that it has made me better at completing projects. You know, when you're just playing casual and no one's watching, there's a lot of stuff that you go, I'll come back to it, or I didn't like it. But now by having any audience at all, it's like, you know what I said I was going to do? Yeah, I'm not going to get distracted by the shipwrecks. I'm actually going to dig up the treasure chests. And then by the end of today, my treasure chest hunting will be up to date. Yeah. Loading, loading, loading. Keep the server loading. Gosh, this part is boring. Right. On the ground again. Just can't wait to get my feet on the ground again. Oh, I'm underwater. Who knew? Which way was I going? Yeah. Okay, the little dot isn't moving. Nope, it is this way. Okay, let's murder some experience points. Yeah, we got red elytra. Ooh, little squids. Die, insects, don't mind if I do. One shot. Boom! This is my boomstick, you freaking primitives. Okay, look at all the repair points. So, when you have mending, you don't really gain experience points until all your items with mending are recharged. So I should be stuck at level 25 for quite a while here. Hey, you. I saw you try to stick me, but I stick you first. Ha 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 ha. Well, I'm assuming that Misty has an interest in your hobby as well. You know, part of being a couple and having common thoughts and common ground. And her being supportive of the whole thing, otherwise be like, you know that hobby of yours? Maybe you should find a different hobby. But I'm Canadian, and I think you Americans got your gun culture correct. And I think your government is out to get you when they're trying to... Like, they're sworn to uphold the Constitution, yet you hear all the time, like, how do we get around the Constitution? Anytime you ask that, you're doing your job wrong, sir. Stop it. Yeah, you are correct. So if you're ever hunting for tridents and such, structures spawn monsters way more often. So like, you know, those sunken structures and such, if you're looking for tridents, that's the best place to hunt for them. I've always commented too, like, you see some YouTube people, what if someone was to invade the United States? It's like, okay, you're totally not counting the civilian population that is armed better than some armies. You know, like, good luck with that. War of 1812, Canada beat the United States. If we were to have round 2 and do it today, the story would not be the same at all, and man, it would be a lot faster. I'm actually a retired Canadian Army officer. And I did enjoy some of my time in service, but I spent way too long. Way too long in service. I should have left way sooner than what I did. Yep. I think the whole Boston Tea Party was a prime example of fuck around and find out. Because enough was enough. Oh, what you gonna do about it? We'll fight you, you bastards. Oh, really? Yep. Okay, ooh, look at that. Elytra's half repaired after that murder fest. So let's fly. Oh, well, that's all good. Thank you for being part of a gun culture that says, hey, don't forget, the government are the people that you have to protect yourself from. Never forget that. I believe soldiers in armies around the world are often some of the best people that countries have, but the political masters are corrupt, man. Everywhere. I don't know of a country where the politicians aren't corrupt. And we can tolerate a certain amount because we've just accepted that politics is corrupt. People are frickin'. That's why communism doesn't work, because people run the show, and if you give them too much power, it goes sideways. Yeah. Anyway, I'm just going to stop my rant now, because it will not end. And I've got treasures to find. Where am I going? Not there. Not there. Wait a minute, it's in the other hand. Duh. Okay. We're still going the correct way, we're just not there yet. Hello, village. Do, 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 do. How about those bears, eh? The bears. Now, when you say bears, are you talking football? Or are you talking about polar bears or like Kodiaks? Like, what do you mean? So the Rocky Mountain Range runs right basically at the border of Alberta and British Columbia. And I lived in Alberta for quite a while. Um, so bears were a common thing that you had to be aware of. And I remember when I was much younger, I once ran a 125-kilometer marathon over top of two mountains. You started at the base of one mountain and you went over two mountains, and 125 kilometers later the race was over. And really it wasn't about who was first or second or third, it was about can you complete the race, because it was a lot. So bears and mountain lions were a real concern. And they offered bear bells to people, which are just little noisemakers, right? And mountain lions and such, when they hear that, they'll bugger off. Because they don't want a confrontation. They want like bunny rabbits and stuff that they just eat, don't fight back. Now, the big thing about bears is there's two kinds that you got to be aware of. And that's black bears, which they eat a lot of berries and garbage. Like, they'll eat meat, but if you get aggressive and charge a black bear, it'll turn tail and run. But a brown bear, the brown bear, it will eat you and thank you for coming closer to it. Ooh, shipwreck. That's not a distraction, that's an opportunity. So to know if you're in a black bear or a brown bear's territory, the real way to tell is actually their feces, right? Black bears with their diet, right? If you look at their feces, it's just got a lot of berries and nuts and stuff in it. But if you're in a brown bear's territory, it's easy to tell too, because their feces is full of these little bear bells. Empty chest tells me I've already been here. Yeah, this has already been looted. That's okay. Just had to check it out. Black bears and plenty of them here in Kentucky. Nothing fierce besides a few mountain lions. Yeah. Are you aware of what they've noticed between mountain lions and wolves? Where mountain lions will, like wolves will follow a mountain lion. And the mountain lion will kill like a deer or something and just leave it on the trail behind them. So that the wolves will eat it and leave them alone. And then they continue on and keep hunting. But it's getting to the point where the wolves are becoming lazy hunters. And the mountain lions are actually even better hunters than before because they're killing twice as much as what they used to. Useless trivia. Alright, so we are in the vicinity of treasure chest, but we're not there right now. Okay, that goes that way. We want to go this way. We're back on the map. I've also worked in the Arctic with our Inuit up there. And this climate change bullshit about a shortage of polar bears and everything is all bullshit. Political bullshit. The problems they advertise are not correct. Just like, oh, the ice melts so much every year? Yeah, and every winter it grows to an amount that you're not reporting either. It melts in the summer, it freezes in the winter. Questions? Man-made climate change. Get over yourselves. Snowflakes were not that important. Okay, I'm glad I got the old turtle helmet on because that's a pain in the butt treasure to locate, unless it's right on the island. X marks the spot, Billy, and I think it might be on this island. Or it could be this mound of gravel next to the island. Yeah, somewhere around here. Get the magic shovel of treasure finding. I tend to put these treasure chests underneath sand or gravel like that. Gold Nautilus armor. I love gold, Mr. Powers. Coyotes, oh, yeah. They're a wily, tricky frickin' thing. Useless coyote trivia. They will, like if you've got a dog or something, they will bait the dog into the middle of them. The pack will sit in ambush and wait for the dog, and then when the dog chases the lone coyote, next thing he knows, it's surrounded by a pack of trouble. Freaking coyotes. They're tricky. Yeah, I'll just stick this dynamite in there. Get to it some other time. The treasure map in my hand is completed. So much junk. But again, Minecraft makes you a hoarder. Don't throw anything away. You don't know when you'll need it. Okay. Next treasure chest. We're down to 3. 3 and do it some other time. That's that big hole that we dug and couldn't find it. Okay. Top right, top right, top right. Well, that's simple. We have to go southeast for all 3 of these. Alrighty. Once again, bearings. That's this way. Not that way. This way and that way is towards home, which is towards the treasures. Then we've got yellow Elytra, good to go. That's an interesting cave hole in the side if you lived out here and wanted to make a base, but nope. I also like snow blocks because snow blocks are the closest block that you can find to a cloud. So I dig up snow blocks and then build cloud islands because the color matches really close. And then you got to add some light because the clouds are light because they're transparent, and snow blocks are solid, so they cast shadows. Okay. Let's put our shield back on. Come on, lag machine. I'm a lag machine, and I don't want any game but you. Okay, put that there. Come on, lag. There we go. And we're standing on a hillside again. Now, during one of these phases where it updated, right, I was staying on a hillside, and then down below I could see copper, which said, there's a trial chamber down there. It's not the story here, but it let me find a trial chamber, super cheaty. Oh no! Oh look, there's a creeper over there. Ain't that a pain in the butt? Okay, so here's another trick. Yeah. So there, I've got if you have a bow or a trident all cocked and ready, but you don't want to fire it, right? You let go of the button, it fires. Oh, you don't want to fire it, you change your mind? My mouse wheel, I don't know what button it is for your PlayStation, I change which weapon I have equipped. Aha, and I didn't throw my trident or fire my arrow. Okay, we're still top right little dot, top right little dots. The good thing about this is that the last 3 maps are all in the same direction. Okay, I think 5,000, 5,000 is my shortcut home. Let's go check it out. They're just tidbits. But, you know, sometimes you don't want to shoot your friend or aggro a bunch of things. Like, something else I do like is if you shoot a zombie, the zombie essentially screams out a help cry, and any zombie within a huge radius comes to help him. Like, I don't know the actual numbers, but like, let's say a zombie can see you 10 blocks away. If you shoot a zombie, every zombie 30 blocks away will come and try and help him. Now those aren't the actual numbers, but you get the idea. Another time when you see that happening is piglins. Pretty sure the other base I built is approximately 5,000, 5,000. And just while we're out here, and headed that direction anyway, I'll stop off and give you a quick peek at what we did. They're also changing the mechanic that, like when a monster spawns in, let's say 4 or 5 zombies spawn, one of the zombies will be like a boss zombie and have 20 times as much health as all the other zombies. And I think that's coming out in one of the upcoming patches or updates or whatever you want to call it. Which will be interesting. It's like, okay, if I've got a sword that one-hits zombies, but I can't one-hit this zombie, that must be a master zombie. And then there's a way to actually heal zombies with potions of harming. So you could have a room full of master zombies that your other players have to deal with. Or master skeletons, or whatever else. And actually, you could actually do it in a farm that spawns these guys and have them go through a filter chamber which would damage them. And if they're a normal weak zombie, it would be enough damage to kill them. And if they're a master zombie, they're still alive and they would continue on your collection system. Ooh, that would be the easiest way to do it. So I saw one very clever farm. It was spawning drowned zombies. Right? Spawning a bunch of zombies, making them drowned. Or spawning zombies underwater. I can't remember exactly how it did it. Or maybe it was just taking zombies out of the water that spawned. But zombies hate turtle eggs. And if a zombie sees a turtle egg, it'll run over and stomp it and smash it. So you can use a turtle egg as bait for zombies. And if the zombie can't reach it, it just stares at it, right? And if a zombie has a trident and can't reach it, he'll throw the trident at the frickin' egg. And what this mad genius did was he put a target block in between the zombie that was captured and the egg that it was looking at, so that thrown tridents would hit the target block. And then every time the target block got hit, redstone was activated and would collect that zombie separately. And he was harvesting those zombies to try and get their tridents from them. Which was a lot of work, but you clever genius to figure out a way to pick zombies with tridents out of a herd of zombies. Oh, I haven't done my automatic fish farm in a while. That's a fun farm. That'll probably be one of my upcoming builds. What I do with that is spider webs look a lot like a fish net. And I've done it in the past, so if you look at one of my old episodes, you'll see it. But you stick a bunch of spider webs right above the surface level of the water. And then you put soul sand in the water below. So the soul sand fires the zombies and the fish up in the air, right? And they get stuck in the spider webs and they basically suffocate and burn in the air, and they die. And then the dead fish falls down out of the cobweb and gets collected into a hopper system. And it's all automatic, but it visually really looks like a fishing net. It's a fishing net with a whole bunch of bubbles underneath it. And whenever a fish or a zombie goes through, which also includes dolphins, they get sucked up into the system and collected. Okay, I have lost my bearing. I think that's the direction I want to go. Yeah. Yep, that's the way. So yeah, just chat with you guys about random Minecraft stuff. I just figured out what my upcoming content's going to be. It's fish farm time. And I will put that close to the that AFK fish farm that I've got. Not fish farm, the AFK super farm with the guardians. Or I don't want to put a fishing boat next to my whales. That feels wrong. Feels very Japanese. But I could build a boat full of zombie piglins that are spearfishing for whales. Yes, yes. Yeah, I think we're, like, digitally, we're in a world where if you can imagine something, there's a way to do it. It might be a ridiculous way, but if you can imagine it, there's a way to pull it off. And movie special effects, jeez. Again, if you can think of it. Okay, that dot I think is slightly bigger than this dot, so that one's closer. Oh, I was going to 5,000, 5,000 to show you a different thing that was built. Which is this way a little ways. I'm sure there's an island here. What? Where'd my sand island go? Right. Let's just call that lag. And then I'm also 1,000 blocks different here. That's a little bit frustrating. Okay. Don't want to go that way. Want to go this way. Yep, that way. This is also why, you know, the guys that go hardcore, look at all the stuff I did in hardcore, I don't trust them at all. There are so many mistakes that happen out of your control, where you're telling me you've played for 4 years on this hardcore world and you never had a glitch that murdered you. You have a backup somewhere, sir. Okay. Yeah, from treetop to water. Come on, lag machine, what's going on? All I want to do is share some artwork with my viewers. Come on. It's also funny when I come to an area that I have completely changed, but it's loading in, and it goes through the process of what's supposed to be there, and then cycles to what it currently looks like. Ha! Okay, this is getting more than just a little annoying. Alright, here's something for you too. You see this tree is an azalea. Oh gosh, it's not there. It feels like I'm randomly teleporting to different locations in the world. Oh, look, there's a lush cave down there. Oh look, there's a abandoned mine shaft in that area. Oh look, I'm frickin' lost again. I'm just gonna head back the direction I have to go. I'm sure you'll watch again, and some other time I'll show you some other stuff that's built out here. But this teleporting lag stuff is... it's not on, gents. Not on at all. Light was down to yellow again. Okay. Oh, look at that. Gone the wrong way on two of these. Or gone too far. That one we're still top right. These ones were now bottom right. Oh, look at that dot. Yeah. Moving dot. Moving dot. Moving dot. Getting closer. Left her. Okay, what are we stuck on now? My little dude's vibrating. Oh, look at this stream. It's so entertaining. It's magic even. Oh, look. Just a few caves down there. Well, it's also nighttime. Oh, come on. Okay, the good thing is that while you're sleeping, the game's still uploading. Lytra's almost red. When it goes red, we go murderous. We get the blood rage. Beat the experience points out of everything. Thing is, I've got lots more elytras at home. I should have brought more elytras. So if I were to attack that one bee, all the bees in a certain area come angry at me and all of them attack. Oh, what's that terrain over there? It's just stuff loading in. Yeah. It's nothing special, it's just parts of a hill. Okay. So actually I'm finding that if I stay close to the ground, things load in faster. Why? Don't know, but they do. See, like, as I follow the ground, the blocks do load faster. Not fast enough, but faster. However, to fly nape of the earth like that, you gotta burn a lot more rockets, and every rocket you use is going to hurt your elytra. Instead of just gliding, gliding, gliding. Oh, you're burning rocket fuel. Another farm I want to put together soon is crimson wood and warped wood. I've got all the materials I need for it, but I've actually got to put a room together for it. And because you can't plant mushrooms exposed to sunlight, it's going to be at the bottom dugout, the bottom of the dugout spawn. I'm going to build a side cavern, and that cavern is going to be the farm for the mushrooms. The regular giant brown and giant red ones, the red and white polka dot ones, and also the nether crimson and warped ones. So it'll have an area where you look at all the mushrooms in like a little bit of a forested area, and then a big machine where when you turn it on, it's going to generate them and then blow them up and collect the pieces. Oh yeah, I tend to do about 1 minute for my shorts, 50 odd seconds. But you're saying cut it down to 30? Okay. Okay, where are we on the map? Oh, look at that, big dots. Big dots are good. Red elytra is not good. The big dots are good. So that one's close, and that one's not too far off. Okay, let's grab the treasure first and then we'll map it out. Do 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 do. Let's try here. I can always use extra sand, so I don't mind making a bigger hole than required for these things. Okay. I don't think it's in that line. Look at that. There we go. And when you do this, stand on top and you'll collect everything. If you stand next to it, a lot of the stuff you'll miss. Okay, fine, we'll goon ya. Okay, I'll finish off the map and then this one is done. So to finish that map off, we'll put it in the shield spot. that way, because I think the other map is to the north of here, so. Ooh, Elytra's getting awful low. Oh, look at that. Literally right next door to me. Okay, that Elytra is so beat up, it's murder time. Murder time at night's probably a little better, actually. More to murder. Hey, you recharge my Elytra. Ooh, opportunity shipwreck. No treasure chest, it might have already been done. It might be one of the ones I'm carrying. And it could also just be empty. Okay, repair time. Now here's another trick that somewhat makes sense. Oh, monsters around, eh? Where are you? There you are. Oh, got him. More? Okay. So anyway, the trick I was saying is, this is the back half of a boat. Now, the way this actually works that I don't think a lot of people are aware of is the front half of the boat will spawn in front of this. So if I go straight ahead in that direction, an unknown number of blocks, I will find a shipwreck of the front half of a boat. Oh, more monsters? Fine, we'll go looking for the front half of a shipwreck then. Okay. So here, now we go this way. And we're looking for the front half of a ship. Now it could be like 100 blocks away, 500 blocks away. But they do spawn both the parts. Yeah. But that also includes each ship will have a treasure map, and if you don't find the treasure map in the half of the ship that you found, it's in the other half. And where is the other half? Well, follow the direction of the break. You'll eventually come to it. That was just for a 3-hour tour. If the professor's so smart, how come he can't figure out a way to get them off that island? It's all good. Again, I just appreciate you coming out and sharing some watch time with me. Oh, okay, who's stabbing me in the bum? You bum sticker. Now, if I get too distracted with these guys, I'm gonna get off the line and not find that ship. But I'm sure you trust me and when I tell you both halves actually spawn somewhere in the world and then put them in line with each other. Oh, look. A sunken temple. Well, not a sunken temple, a jungle temple. Now this one, I think I might have already got this one. And again, I don't have any torches with me, and there's creepers, and let's not mess around with this. We'll come back some other time when I've got torches. Okay, map. See the little bit of the ship is on the map as well. Super fast mapping mode. Until we run out of map and then we're lagging. Okay, treasure time. Feels like it's around here. Like right around here. Ha ha. Let's get some inventory space, shall we? And I want to just throw this one piece away over here. Okay. Good to go. Okay. Oh. And that map is complete as well. So put the map in the box. Got 2 maps to go, some murder repairs. Okay, little dot. Completed map, what? Okay, that's the one with the hole. Okay, not done, done. Okay, this one's done as well. That one's done. this one done? Yes, it is. Okay, I think I'm on the last treasure map. Well, that's right, because they were right next to each other. That's why I kind of lost track. So I have to go southwest. Just that way. But not that way. It's that way and that way. This way. Elytra's orange instead of red, which is good for a few thousand blocks anyway. It's funny, just looking at different islands and stuff along the way. You can come up with different base ideas right away. Like, oh, if I was at this island, maybe a pillar there, some walls, a dock over here. So I think I started this with like 14 treasure maps or something. And 2 or 3 of them were already dug up, so I should have a good amount of Hearts of the Sea from this. Yeah. That's the creative side of your brain going, yes, yes, having fun. Whoop. Surprise, you're on ground. Okay. Welcome to Stevie Wonder Airlines. Next stop, who knows? I'll take your word for it. You know who Stevie Wonder is, right? And you know what the saddest thing about Stevie Wonder is? He can't see his friends. Do you know why he can't see his friends? Because his wife's a bitch. Very superstitious, writing on the wall. Oh, what do you want? You want to give me experience points? Okay. I forgot I don't have a shield on. I got a map on, but we'll take your experience points. Bum 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 bum. Bum bum bum. Okay, might actually stop off at base and fix our elytra properly. Mm-hmm. Well, until you hear something else too. What style of music do you like to listen to? I used to be a big rock and roll fan, but as I get older, I'm tired of hearing how people are so angry at everything, and now I'm kind of leaning towards country music where it's less about the rage, more about the family. Which reminds me of another joke. You know what happens when you play a country music song backwards? You get your wife back, get your dog back, and your truck works. Yeah. So, just for something to do. A few months ago, I started teaching myself guitar off of the internet, which is a fun activity just for, again, for that creative side of the brain to exercise. And my favorite thing to practice is like the old Buddy Holly bass lines and everything, which it's just pleasurable to strum along with. Don't want this crap. Be gone! Be gone, sapling! You are so very valuable in the early game, but not now. Oh, okay. See the dot moving? We're at approximately the correct north-south. Which is actually called an easting. Eastings divide the world from north to south, and northings divide the world from east to west. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, there's a good movie from the past. It's The Blues Brothers. Yeah, I'm absolutely horrible, but I enjoy it. But at least I'm honest about myself. It's dark. We got half a tank of gas, and we're wearing sunglasses. Let's roll. Oh, the map is starting to fill in now. And then it'll be mission accomplished for today's stream, and then we'll do whatever the heck we feel like afterwards. Let's just take a moment and check the time. It is... oh, it's not even midnight here. I'll still be awake for another couple hours yet. Hey you, help me fix my elytra. I don't want to fix your elytra. Too bad. You're a little squid friend too. So if you want to collect seagrass to feed turtles, just use shears on those. apart from westerns, old comedy on my channel. Yeah, yep. Yep. I think I joined the army because I watched too many John Wayne movies as a kid. The best tip I can do for you is tell you to put a shortcut to the Minecraft wiki on your computer bar. Oh, but you don't use a computer, you use a PC. Never mind. Not PC, a PlayStation. Oh, look at that elytra. I don't know if I've got enough left in me to do anything past this map anyway. Yay. Ron, John, get it? Nope, I missed that one. I don't know that reference. Or I do, and I just can't think of it. Ron, John. Get it? Nope. No bells are ringing. Oh, okay. Ron Wayne, John Wayne. Okay. Yep, 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 yep. Uh-huh. Okay, Pilgrim. It's your stage name. You don't go by your married name of Banana Pants. Okay. We're close. You're somewhere on the gravel. And again, I find they like to put the treasures underneath gravel or sand. So here? Yep, so be it. Well, that was alright. Let's get rid of this piece of garbage first. Yeah, get rid of all the garbage in a minute. Yeah, this one was in stone, but then they put dirt right around it. But that's it for the maps I have on hand. There's the one map. Oh no. Oh no, do you know what I did? The one map that I had to go back to, I put in the box with the rest of them, and I have no idea which one it is. Well, I think I'm just going to have to let that go, because it's way too much of a pain in the butt for what it's worth. It's not worth the agony. Okay, I think next stop's going to be the repair machine. Which I'm not going to lie, the repair machine is freaking awesome. Okay, so Elytra, it's going to work for like one boost, so that's it. Let's find out what direction's home. Home is 0, 0, so not that way. This way, yes, and not that way. This way. So diagonal that way. Diagonal that way will murder stuff on the way. Give me XP. Give me your experience points. I like the trident because it's a one-shot killer. Like the axe, 7 attack damage, right? Plus the well, I have to put sharpness on this sucker. Anyway, 8 attack damage plus impaling. Impaling gives you a bonus to any creature that's in water, which also counts in rain. And it's a bigger bonus than the smite or the sharpness. It can only be put on tridents, and it only applies to things that are wet. Oh, we got a scratch of health back. Oh, we're not going to use that up yet. Why are you guys spawning so heavily here? I don't know, but I'll take the XP, thanks. I just murdered another family. Care to come and try and stop me? What'd you do? As the door of the car falls off. What did you do? Give me that stick. Oh, maybe if I poke you first. Yes, that floaty stick right there. That one. Oh, thank you. Holy village people here. Village of the damned. The waterlogged village of the damned. Give me your XP. I've got a trident to fix, don't you know? Not a trident. Elytra. The other one I like is when Bo Derek is on there. Dad, is that for me? No, son, that's for me. Brian Dennehy. Good actor. Or at least he was when he was with us. Okay, we're orange again, which is more than enough gas to get home. Ooh, hey, spinny, spinny stick boy, give me that stick. Thank you. Oh, another stick. I'll take that. Yes, I will. We're on a mission from God. Gotta get some money for the penguin. Illinois State Nazis. I hate these guys. About 350 blocks away from spawn. You know where the weight room is? Which movie is that from? That line's super familiar. Oh, Lucy, I'm home. You got some explaining to do. There's my neighbor building his beach umbrellas. Nice. It's kind of relaxing. I'm gonna have to watch the movie again. I don't remember that part. There they are. There she blows me. Arr. There be whale sign out there. Whoop, let's jump off a whale. Oh, come on. I'm gonna blame lag and not my lack of skill. Okay. Come on, load in, load in, load in! Spectra vision. Back to work, peons. Pay no attention to the flying man in the sky. Okay. Treasure hunt success. Now for the tedious part. Let's put everything away. Don't call me Shirley. And absolutely, I'm serious. But don't call me Shirley. Okay. Oh, look at that. That's the first time I saw a drown drop in Enchanted Trident, which would have hurt extra if it hit you. Impaling 2. You dirty butt stabbers. Okay. So the main part of this whole trip was the Hearts of the Sea. Let's see how many we got. Nope, that's an empty shelter box. none in there, but we'll take the trident out. Take the tridents out. Trident Man does whatever Trident Man does. Take them out as well. Take those 7 out. That might be it, 7. Some Nautilus armor, which is cool too, because you can't build those. I guess that'll do. So we take out these. Want to make conduits. 8 times 7 is 56. We don't have enough to turn them all into conduits right now. So in my travels in the future, I will poke Nautilus shell guys and collect more. Hey Ron, have you ever seen how to activate a conduit? So 8 Nautilus shells plus a Heart of the Sea. I can do it 5 times. There's my 5 conduits. Because I'm out of supplies. Okay, so we'll keep 1 conduit and we'll give you a quick little demo. Put my tridents away. Now the other thing you need to make, well, you need 2 things to make a conduit work. Water. They don't work outside of water. And prismarine. It doesn't matter if it's prismarine bricks or dark prismarine or raw prismarine, but you need prismarine, which I happen to have stacks of just lying around over here. Now you get prismarine from the shards that Guardians drop, and then you stick all the shards together and you can make prismarine or prismarine blocks, bricks. Dark prismarine is just prismarine plus ink sacs. Okay. So you're down in the water, right? And we have a conduit. But it's not activated. 2 things have to happen. You have to have enough prismarine blocks around it for it to go, ooh, that's interesting. Okay. And nothing can be touching the conduit. So as you can see, it's sitting on the pillar, but when I take that out, it turns on. And when it turns on, I get a little eyeball buff in the corner. And that eyeball buff is water breathing. And when you maximize the buff, right, conduit power, is water breathing. And when it's maximized, it also gives you a boost to mining, which does not stack with a beacon, but it gives you a very similar boost of what the beacon does. It'll give you night vision, like look, the way you see the water is right now, it'll be way brighter in a moment. Okay, but I'll show you it maxed out for the night vision. And it'll also damage hostile mobs within a certain radius. So that's 1 dimension, and think of it as 3 dimensions. This is a 2nd dimension. Let's say north-south and east-west. that's not maxed out because you can put that third horizontal plane on it as well. And this maxes it out. It's counting how many blocks are around it for how far its water breathing radius is. And when I stick in the last block for the maximum power, you'll see a little eyeball opens up. Boink, there it is. And now with this maximum conduit power, the icon doesn't change, but now you get the night vision and the damages hostile mobs. And it's got a pretty good radius. Like, I'm way out here, I'm looking for squid or glow squid or whatever else, and I've still got that conduit bonus. So you put a conduit in the middle of your base and you can make a pretty good sized structure. And that's what that's all about. That's the whole thing about the heart of the sea that's in a treasure chest. It's to make these things. But I just had a sick thought. So I've got lots of these conduits now. And I would only need probably 2 of them. If I put them in the middle, I think they've got like a 50 block radius. Theoretically, this whole pit that I dug, anytime, Ron. This whole pit that I dug, I could flood it. The whole thing could be water. And I could stick 2 conduits in it. And then you would have 3-dimensional movement throughout the whole area. And you could fly from level to, or swim from level to level. And the bottom floor is all half slab, so no monsters will spawn there. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. But it's a concept for a base, right? You could dig it out and have, like, the world's biggest fish tank. And you could even extend the water column up to as high as you wanted and give it, like, glass walls. So are you inside the bubble or not inside the bubble? And you wouldn't even need glass walls. It could just be water that falls down to a ledge level and just a lip so that when it spills over, it stops. Anyway, that could be an entire base for a different world. Water world. Aquaman. I don't know. So yeah, we got conduits from Hearts of the Sea plus Nautilus shells make conduits. Conduits plus Prismarine will make the magic happen. And then you could build structures inside the water, like whales and stuff, and put your farms inside the whales. Okay, I've got a concept for a build that I'm thinking about doing. You know, in the end, it's got the big black void everywhere. I'm thinking about, in the big black void sky, just make 2 eyes, a toothy maw, maybe some horns and some claws. Like there's some kind of ethereal giant entity in the sky. for no reason other than because I think it would look cool. But I've got some other projects that I should put more time into, like my end base. My end base is coming along, but it's far from done. And that needs to be addressed before like we build our own ocean. Maybe next stream I'll start that project. We'll start with like one eye or something. The next thing, the eye becomes a face. And then it gains its horns and its claws. Can't think of a name for it. Something wicked this way comes. Okay, potions, there. Add that to there. Banners. Good chunk. More potions. Strength, fire resistance. Get some more water breathings. Surely. Ah, gosh. I'll meet you halfway. We'll call it Don't Call Me Shirley. Okay, that's redstone. Something's missing here, so I'm guessing one of the other players took a couple stacks of redstone ore, which is totally fine. Or I took something out and totally forgot what it was in one of my build projects, which is also possible. It would be ironic, though, if the other player took vengeance on me with my own building supplies. Shirley, you just... No, I gotta go with Shirley. The demon's name is Shirley. She's a bitch. We'll leave that there just for the moment. Got some birch to put away. And more stuff to put away. Rail. Rail. There you are. Okay. It's nice to have some obsidian left over after that other project. Oh, look at that. There we go. There's another. Aha. Aha. Ah, another nautilus shell in Heart of the Sea, eh? Aha. Who needs to be organized when you just know where everything is? Yaris. Oh, surely backwards. It does look kind of demonic. Don't call me Shirley. My name is Yaris. Don't talk back, Shirley. I am the mage of the past, but you may call me Tim. I'm sure you've seen Monty Python's Quest for the Holy Grail. The big wizard dude. But you may call me Tim. Flesh wound. How about you? Ha ha! And then brave Sir Robin ran away. No, I didn't. Run away. Yeah. I watched it again just the other day, and just the humor still stands. What are you doing in England? Shut up! That is what we are doing. And of course, the Black Knight is like one of the epic things from that show. I'm invincible. Okay. No, not really. Or at least the lifespan on them is just ridiculous. You know, I think it's time for a box of potions of water breathing. Strength, regeneration, swiftness. That's from Trial Chambers. Water breathing. Yeah. Yeah. Lots of memories watching that with my brothers. Okay, harnesses. Barding. Barding is armor for your mouse. Z blocks of iron. Bunch of sandy stuff and other rocks. One block of sand. Okay, that's the sandbox. Sandstone. Sandstone, not to be confused with the redstone zone, and sand, not to be confused with the red sand. Bricks. Okay. Calcite, polished. Basalt. Smooth basalt. Diorite. Okay, I know I've got calcite somewhere around here. And I'm not too worried about it. Oh, is it in the next row? There it is. Getting there. See, extra lodestones floating around. Never know when you need another one. And a site can grab. Mushroom and dirt, and I think it's sleepy time. Okay, anyway, see you around, Ron. Thanks for sharing time with me. Sure, I'll see you again. Have a good one. Well, is anybody else still watching out there? If not, I think I will end the stream, but if so, we'll keep on going. Anyway, big shout out to Ron and everybody else who visited me today, like Mrs. Wayne. Thanks for sharing time with me. And next week, well, let's take this silly hat off, that freaking turtle hat. Oh, there we go. Okay. Well, till next time. Bye bye.